Hey everyone, I'm Natalie Parker, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Super Bowl 50. Now, you can't just talk about how good the chips and dip were at a Super Bowl party. You kind of need to know about the teams that are playing. But it's okay, I got you covered. So the Super Bowl this year is going to take place on February 7th, 2016 at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, which is also the home of the San Francisco 49ers. So here's a funny thing that happened. The grounds crew actually painted the Broncos logo on both end zones. Anyways, let's jump right into the teams. The game will be played against the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. The Broncos will be the home team. Let's start out talking about the Panthers. So the Carolina Panthers finished their season 15-1, which was their best regular season record in franchise history. They are the seventh Panthers team to win at least 15 regular season games since expanding to a 16-game schedule. The Panthers also had 10 players selected to play in their Pro Bowl, which is the most Carolina has ever had. This was also one of Cam Newton's best seasons. He threw for 3,837 yards, rushed for 636, and led the league with 45 total touchdowns. Some key receivers of the game are Greg Olsen, Ted Ginn Jr., Jericho Cotchery, and Devin Funchess. Greg Olsen caught 77 passes for 1,104 yards and recorded 7 total touchdowns. Ted Ginn Jr. caught 44 passes for 739 yards and 10 touchdowns. The Panthers' offense led NFL in scoring with 500 points. The defense gave up just 308 points, which is 6th in the league. The Panthers led the NFL in interceptions with 24. Defensive tackle Kawan Short led the team in sacks with 11. Kirk Coleman had 7 interceptions, which was a career high for him. And keep an eye out for cornerback Josh Norman in his interception game. All right, moving on to the Broncos. The Denver Broncos were the AFC champions this year, and they finished their season 12-4. They lost to the Pats last year in the AFC championship. There was also a couple of coaching changes over the past season for the Broncos. The Broncos offense struggled due to injuries to quarterback Peyton Manning and other members of their otherwise successful offensive line. This past season was Peyton Manning's worst statistical season since his rookie year. Manning was benched and replaced with backup quarterback Brock Osweiler due to his horrible stats. Manning recovered from its injuries, and he regained his spot back once playoffs started. The Broncos defense ranked number 1 in total yards allowed, passing yards allowed, and sacks. They have a pretty strong defense. Linebackers Von Mueller and DeMarcus Ware led the team in sacks. Linebacker Brandon Marshall led the Broncos in tackles with 109, and Danny Trevathan followed closely behind with 102. Some other fun facts of this game. Manning is the first quarterback ever to lead 2 different teams to multiple Super Bowls. Also, he's the oldest to play in the Super Bowl at 39. This Super Bowl is the first Super Bowl to feature 2 quarterbacks that were drafted first in their draft class. Alright guys, defense creates offense. In a game with 2 pretty strong defensive lines, it will most definitely be a game of who has a stronger defense and which quarterback can produce the best game thanks to it. I'd say the Panthers definitely have the upper hand over the Broncos squad just because they're a little bit younger and they haven't struggled as much offensively. That being said, with any kind of sports game, it's whoever's going to show up that day. You can do... You can predict games all you want, but it's just going to come down to who shows up to play and who wants it the most. This is Peyton Manning's 5th visit to the Super Bowl, and this is Cam Newton's first. So it'll be kind of interesting to see who will come out on top. Whoever does win, it's just going to be whoever showed up to play. Alright, so thanks for listening. I hope I gave y'all enough information to not just talk about the chips and dip or the buffalo wings at your Super Bowl party. Have fun and enjoy the game.